get up on your feet. What you need to do is catch up with them. Bounce and get up on your feet and help me get it.
Good afternoon and thank you for having myself and Catherine here. First of all, a word if I might about this great city of Manchester, to which most of you are visitors. You may have seen, if you have had a chance to go outside, the symbol of the bee everywhere in the city. The bee is Manchester's symbol, a reminder of this city's industriousness and creativity. It is also a reminder of Manchester's community spirit, the sense of pulling together. Manchester has had a tough year, and I personally stand in awe of the way that the people of Manchester have united in bravery and support of one another. This community is a great example to all of us, wherever we are from. I hope you all have a chance to witness some of this remarkable place for yourselves while you are here for the summit. So, the Children's Summit.we are all here today because we know that childhood matters. The program makers and tech leaders in this room understand that our childhood years are the years we learn. Parents like Catherine and me are raising the first generation of digitally immersed children, and this gives us many reasons to be optimistic about the impact of technology on childhood. Barriers to information about the world are falling. Child of today can learn about far-flung corners of the world with previously unimaginable ease. Social media holds the promise for children who can feel isolated to build and maintain friendships. Digital media is seeing today's young people develop a passion and capacity for civic involvement that is without parallel in human history. Program makers have access to real-time research that helps them shape engaging, educational content for children in ways that would have been unheard of in years gone by. We should celebrate and embrace these changes. What we cannot do, however, is pretend that the impact of digital technology is all positive, or, indeed, even understood. is the gradual nature of this change, the slow warming of the water in the pot, if you like, that I believe has led us to a moment of reckoning with the very nature of childhood in our society. The latest Ofcom research into the media consumption habits of British children shows us just how dramatically the landscape has changed without most parents pausing to reflect on what actually is happening. Years after the introduction of the phone, over 18% of 12 to 15-year-olds have a smartphone. Most of my contemporaries graduated university before any of us had Facebook accounts, and now 74% of 12 to 15-year-olds are on social media. And a generation of parents for whom watching television was something that happened as a family around a single set, had given a fifth of our 3 to 4-year-olds their own tablets. Now, I am no Luddite. I believe strongly in the positive power of technology, but I am afraid that I find this situation alarming. My alarm does not come from childhood immersion in technology per se.my. Alarm comes from the fact that so many parents feel they are having to make up the rules as they go along. We have put the most powerful information technology in human history into the hands of our children, yet we do not yet understand its impact on adults, let alone the very young. Let me tell you, parents are feeling the pressure. We need guidance and support to help us through some serious challenges. Everywhere you go, mothers and fathers are asking each other the same questions. Did you see that so-and-so's friend having fun at the playground? How can I keep my daughter off social media if all of her friends are on it? How do I know what my children are doing online in their bedrooms? How do I monitor what they're messaging to other children? How do I find out what apps my children have downloaded? How do we protect family time and teach our kids about actual connection when all their communication is through their phone? How do we convince our children to go outside and be active and fit when all they want to do is play online? These conversations are happening right now in our towns and cities and right across the world. We have all let technology slowly creep into our lives. Now we are waking up to the enormity of the challenge technology and modern digital media will mean for children. That is what I did through the Royal Foundation, when we established the Task Force for the Prevention of Cyberbullying. Bullying through phones and social media is an issue that caught my attention after reading about children who had taken their own lives when the pressure got too much. As a HEMS and air ambulance pilot, I was called to the scenes of suicides and I witnessed the devastation and despair it brought about. And I felt a responsibility to do something about it. The Royal Foundation brought together the leading players in digital and social media, theists, academic researchers, and children's charities. And importantly, we brought children and parents themselves to the table, so their voices could be heard directly. What we heard is that cyberbullying is one of those issues that have been allowed to slowly take root. An age-old problem had been gradually transformed and accelerated by technology that allowed bullies to follow their targets, even after they had left the classroom or the playing field. The technology we put into the hands of our children had for too many families shattered the sanctity and protection of the home. After a year and a half's work, the task force announced a plan of action last month. The sector agreed to 4 main areas of work. I am proud of what was achieved, but, as I said at the time of the plan's launch, I had hoped we could go further. I am very pleased that the BBC has taken up the challenge of supporting one area that I believe merits further discussion: the creation of a single, universal tool for children to report bullying when they see it or experience it, regardless of which platform it happens on. What we have shown through the task force, and what we show when we gather on days like today, is that solutions to our challenges are possible when we work together.